Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Hull City in Football Manager 2018. And yeah, this is the comeback of the series after a short break. As I said last episode, I needed to focus some time at university, but now we are back in business and it's time for the 6th season. And right in front of us, we have the transfers. And as you can see, it's very, very empty. We haven't signed a single player. We haven't sold a single player. We had two guys that left on free transfers or retired. Joe Hart is retired. He's a manager now. Doesn't have a club. And Dembele left on a free transfer. None of them played much last season. So I felt it was reasonable to let them go when their contracts expired. And as I said, Joe Hart retired. But no transfers. And we actually have a decent amount of money. And I've been trying to sign players. I've been making offers for players. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. If you take a look at our squad, I had some special things in mind. Not special, but I was definitely considering letting a central defender go. And I was getting quite a few offers for Zuma, but all the offers I got was garbage. As you can see, it's valued at 59 million. And I got offers for like 30 million. Like, why would I sell them for that amount? And also, of course, I was willing to sell Costas, but no reasonable offers at all. Like, no, like there were clubs interested in him, but nobody gave me an offer. And then, for the last part, I was also considering selling both Bowen and Svensson. And you know, I've been talking about it a long time. Bowen, he's one of the original players. He's been in Hull since the series started, but he kind of have stopped developing. He haven't developed in like 3 seasons, so I really felt like could be an option to let him go. But for him to I wanted to sign a replacement first, and if I got a replacement, I would sell him because I feel like he is not good enough for us anymore. He's been a great servant, but he's not good enough. And then we have Svensson, that is pretty good, but he gets injured all the time. So I was willing to sell him, and Chelsea was interested in him. They never came with an offer, but they were interested. But it was kind of the same situation where I wanted to find a replacement first before I started to offer him out. And the last thing I was actually looking at was to change up the formation and play with 3 strikers. Like completely change it up. But for that to happen, I needed to sign at least 2 new strikers. And I just couldn't find two strikers that we could afford that would be good enough to change this one around, because I feel like we need to have at least 5 strikers or maybe even 6 strikers to play like that. And we had an option, and this is this guy. I've been talking about him before. He's loaned out now. Actually, he's loaned out to Tottenham, and Tottenham wanted him as a key player, so he should be playing a lot of games. And I definitely were interested to start playing him as a regular for this season. I mean, if he keeps on developing, he's going to become a beast. He has the potential to become a world-class striker. He's not there yet, but in 2-3 seasons, if he keeps developing like this, he could definitely become one. And the players most like, if you forget about the 3 striker thing, there were 2 players from the same club that I did a lot of offers for. And it was 2 Man City players that, according to my scouting, they could accept a sell, and the price were not too crazy. And one of them was Raheem Sterling. Thought he would be a brilliant replacement for Bowen. He is better in every apartment. He's still not too old. And yeah, he's basically better at everything. And he's also homegrown, which is always great. And according to my scouting, the scouting thing said that he would probably be able to sign him for between 60 and 75 mil or something like that. But whenever I made an offer, like, my scouts must be really terrible, because I made a lot of offers, and that was not what they said. Like, they wanted like 180 mil for him or something like that. And I know that wouldn't happen. And another guy is a guy that they actually sold, but they didn't sell him to us. And that was, let's see if I can find him here. It was Julian Brandt. And as you can see, they sold him to Real Madrid for 51 mil. With Klaus Stolze could become even greater. And it was the same thing with him, because I thought like he would be a brilliant, perfect replacement for Svensson. And it was the same thing, that my scout said like, yeah, around 60, 70 mil. And or even like, as you see, they sold it for 51 with a possibility to become even higher. I offered 69 mil straight up cash, no plus souls, nothing. And they just declined it, said renegotiated, want like 180 mil. So they clearly, Man City was probably willing to sell both Brandt and Raheem Sterling, but they didn't want to sell them to a competing club. They only wanted to sell them to clubs abroad. So with that happened, kind of nothing happened to my team. No changes at all. And yeah, that's where we are. But that means we have a big war chest here with a lot of money. And maybe some big things going to come up in the January transfer window instead. Especially if some big fans' name get transfer listed. We have the Bucks, so we are prepared. I wish we could have replaced especially Bowen. That would definitely have strengthened our team. But yeah, this is the situation we are in now, when we know that our team is good enough to win the league, because we did last season, and our team has actually only become stronger since then, because as you know, we have so many young players and they keep on developing. So even without any signings, our team should be better this season compared to the last one. Because I mean, if you take a look at all the players, look at ages. This is sorted by age: 19, 20, 20, 20, 20, 21, 21. 22, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 24. So basically all these players are 24 or younger. So yeah, so many of our players hopefully become better with each season. The last thing I want to talk about was the goalkeeping apartment. And as I told you, Joe Hart has retired as a manager now. Westin was the plan to use as our main goalkeeper. Unfortunately, his determination has been declining, so I'm a little bit worried about his mold since the start. This might go away. But I mean, he played most of the game last season. Hopefully, he still have it in him to develop some more, because he is good, but he's not straight up world class yet. He's really close to it. He could become it if he just keeps on developing a little bit more. And the other guy that's going to be our backup is Will Mannion. And Mannion is another one. Just as Bowen, he's one of those players that's in Hull when you start to save. So he's been with us for all the seasons. He's just been loaned out. And the last few seasons, he's actually been loaned out to Premier League clubs. So he has been the goalkeeper in quite a few Premiership games here. He is going to be the backup, because I think Westin is still the stronger one. And I was actually considering doing a big signing on the goalkeeping department, because Donnarumma is available pretty cheap for less than 30 million euros. And he is better than Westin, at least for now. And I was considering signing him, but I just felt, because he's unhappy, AC Milan has missed out on Europe, he wants to leave. And at least according to my scouting reports, they would accept a bid for like 25, less than 30 mil at least. So we could have signed him pretty easy. But I felt like I wanted to save the money, because the players I wanted to get were so expensive. So nothing happened there. It was an option, but we didn't do it. Let's take a look at the schedule here. We are just about to start, because as always I talk too much. But the preseason has been a breeze. We won every game big. But as always, I'm not sure what's up with our assistant manager, because he's the one that set us up with the preseason friendlies. And just like previous seasons, like in no season in this save, we have faced off against like a big team, I believe, in the preseason. We only get like smaller team. Like, no disrespect to them. Some of them are definitely clubs with a history and can do great things in their home nation, but I feel like none of them are like a huge team that could like really test our powers. The interesting thing here is this win, 16 goals to 0. That's definitely my biggest win this far into Football Manager 2018, and I played almost 1,000 hours of FM18, so a huge win. But of course can't take too much from it, because Cliftonville is a team we should destroy. And then we had the Community Shield. Can't be common with a Community Shield where Hull and Crystal Palace face off. Have that ever happened before? I don't think so. And we had a hat-trick by Keane, and we got the Community Shield win. Today though, the league starts, and it starts with West Ham away. And if you look at our schedule, if we want to win the league again, We are starting off with almost all the teams that we should be beating if we want the title. It's not until we get down here and we have like United, Tottenham, Liverpool, some bigger names, Man City, Chelsea. But it's one thing to say that you want to win the league. It's one thing to be the reigning champion. It's another completely different thing to travel for a away game against West Ham and actually take those 3 points. And we need to do that. And hopefully we can get off to a good start. As you might remember from last season, we had a great start. The first half of the season, we were sensational. We had like a 10-point lead in the league, and then we kind of like sort of collapsed during the second part of the season, and we managed to win the league, but it was really, really close. And hopefully we can do as well in the first part of the season, but then stay focused and actually perform during the second half. But yeah, I mean, away versus West Ham, you never know what's going to happen. The game is on here. Afonso Sosa with the cross for Kane. Kane, I mean. Always mix those guys up. You know that because the name are just too similar. When you read them and you see like, you don't see the play for real. You see like a name badge above their head and you read it and then it goes to first. And it's Ben Woodburn. And this is a nightmare of a start. This is the worst possible start. Oh my God. And why have Liverpool sold Woodburn, or are they loaning him out? Should they be good enough to be a starter for Liverpool by now if they know how to develop youngsters? Because at least when I scouting him back during the second season, it looked like he could become a world-class player. But maybe they have screwed up his development. Maybe it's been injured. I don't care because he just scored against us, and that's the worst possible start. Here's Shabano with a corner. And look at his Fonseca! Here's Fonseca! Here is Fonseca. And of course, Fonseca's been with us for many seasons. Last season, when we sold Lukaku during the January window, then we brought in Fonseca as a midfielder. So, because other players got moved around. But he's been with a youth squad for a long time, looks great. But yeah, I wanted to mention Shabano there with the corner. Shabano has been looking fantastic during the preseason. He's Afonso Sosa, but that finish is not great. But yeah, Shabano, his stats, his development, he looks fantastic, and he's been like really, really good in like every preseason game. So I have great expectations for him this season. But here's Alisson, and that's another goal for West Ham. And oh my God, this is not what we wanted. Of course, he scored in his debut. Things like that. I know all you guys play Football Manager. Isn't that always the story? Whenever a player scored against you, it's always either like somebody that scores his first goal for the club, or it's like you're in May and that lad scores like his first goal of the season. Things like that happens all the time. But yeah, let's just a quick look at Shabano. His stats. Look at this. He looks brilliant. He's been so good. Look at his average rating here, non-competitive, 8.28. And of course, he was playing some World Cups games during the summer, 7.85, 7.10. He's just been really, really good. And hopefully, this could be the season of the Shabano. But here is West Ham once again. This is not where we want to be. We're under some pressure. Intercepted though by Afonso Sosa, but that was a very optimistic pass. I'm not sure why he did that, because he wasn't under any pressure at all. And we are not playing more direct, are we? I don't think we are. Svensson with the free kick into the box. Afonso Sosa picks it up. I go for finisher back to Svensson. Svensson for Sosa. That was a really, really rough challenge from behind, but the ref doesn't do anything. And maybe we are going to get hit with an attack. Look at this. He lies up there. He's kind of dead. Oh my God, and Sosa is one of the most important players. Is Woodburn. Woodburn breaks through. And Woodburn scores again. But Afonso Sosa still, he was lying up there after that really rough challenge. And it was from behind. So I don't know how he hit him. It should have been a card straight up. And instead, the ref does this huge mistake. And instead of seeing the West Ham player booked, they scored. And oh my God, that's so bad by the ref. And I think he's picked up on it. Yeah, look at this. Afonso Sosa with the injury. And we're not going to risk anything. He's one of the most important players. We only played 16 minutes. Almost 17. But it's already been 4 goals. That's just insane. But yeah, as I said, we really can't risk anything with Afonso. He's one of the most important players. We're going to remove him instantly. But, I mean, what an impact from the ref. Instead of the West Ham player getting booked, one of the most important players have been forced to leave the pitch, and nothing happens after that. And now another injury. This time is Calabria. My gosh. My gosh, my gosh, my gosh. We are not having a great day here in West Ham. Not in West Ham, we are in London, but against West Ham. Elena, the replacement of Sosa, goes for Fonseca. Fonseca going for another one, but that was a weak pass. But he's not our playmaker. Fonseca is our ball-winning midfielder, so he shouldn't be the one that sets other guys up. Here's Kane, though, for Shabanov, and look at this! I was talking about him. He's been looking brilliant during the preseason, and she has scored, assisted by Harry Kane. And yeah, Shabanov, the man I was talking about. And he shows no mercy at all when he gets a chance like this. So, I mean, what a crazy... We played 37 minutes. It's already 5 goals. This is madness. What a game. For a neutral fan, this must be like a dream game. For me, it's like, okay, I'm going to die early because of a heart attack. And those 2 injuries. We have played the first half. We already made 2 injuries and we have 1 goal behind. We're definitely going to go aggressive here. We are going to tell that we are expecting something much, much better in the second half. All the guys agrees, looks motivated, fired up. Oh my god. But 2 injuries is going to make us really hard to actually make some subs to like, if we want to change things up, mix things up. Because... you really don't want to make 2 subs this early. And West Ham, look at all the yellow cards they have picked up. They are playing really, really ugly. And look at this rating by Farrell. Oh my god, so bad. Shabanov with a corner though. Into the box. And oh my god! Was it an own goal? I think it was no. Yeah, it's an own goal. And I take it. And it's Shabanov with the corner. It bounces off the West Ham defender, and we are back in business. But that was a really, really bad one. I'm not sure what he was up to there. Not that I'm complaining. I take it any moment. Here's Suma with a throw-in. Goes to Farrell, back to Suma with a cross. And look at this on the rebound. This Fonseca with his 2nd goal. And he's our defensive midfielder with a ball-winning instruction. He should not be scoring 2 goals in a game, but... I am not complaining. This is crazy. What a game. And Fonseca first hit the woodwork and then it bounces back and he puts it into the open net. He can't miss a chance like that, can he? Fonseca with a 9.1 rating. A little bit worried about his yellow card though, because he is a ball-winning midfielder, so he can easily pick up another yellow one. I think I'm actually going to go with the last sub pretty early. And the question is... I think we should go to the tactics screen and do some serious thinking here. Because I'm really worried about Fonseca getting sent off. Because he tackles harder by default as a ball-winning midfielder. So I'm going to change him around to maybe a Regista. And then we can tell him to ease off tackle. He's not as good at that role, but we want to keep him on. And then we have Farrell. He's improved a little bit now at the end when we turn things around. But still feel like he has not been good enough. I mean, another option is... Actually, I'm going to keep it like this a little bit longer. We only have 1 sub left. This is a dangerous situation. So let's give it a few more minutes. Here's Vestin with a goal kick for Selic. Selic with a long, long cross for Svensson. Back to Kolotri. And here's a long cross for Harry Kane. Can he win it? No, he can't. It's intercepted by the West Ham defense. But instead, Suma wins this one. It's Elena for Shabanov. Shabanov with a 1-touch pass for Svensson. Svensson misses, and then he hit the woodwork on the rebound. Oh my god, that would probably have been game, set, match if he would manage to score here. And instead, we see a corner for West Ham. And oh my god, we just hit the woodwork, and now we're under tremendous pressure. We know that they only need 1 goal to steal those points away from us. Come on, guys. Beautiful intercepted. Here's Harry Kane. Harry Kane with a counter-attack. What will he do? He tries to find Elena. Elena breaks through and Elena misses. Oh my god, I feel like he thought he was under more pressure than he actually was. Because he didn't need to take that early finisher. He could actually have shielded off a little bit. And work away even closer to goal. And it looks like Farrell is moving in the right direction. Not long ago he was down to 6.1, but every time we check he has improved a little bit. So I think we are going to go with Svensson instead and bring in Gnabry as our final And last and final sub here. So we have around 11 minutes of normal time, then probably at least 4 minutes of extra time. And oh, that's going to be a red card. This is brilliant news for us. Of course, the way they have been playing, they probably should have a yellow card or a red card, I mean, earlier, especially for that tackle against Afonso Sosa. But that means we should have a small advantage here during the last few. Oh my god! What are you doing? What are you doing? Ah, that one! You are giving me a heart attack. That's so bad. Black words to describe it. But the highlight goes on, so maybe it's not over. Maybe something's going to happen here. He's Gnabry, Ulisabi, he has some fresh legs into the box. Here's Shabano, and Shabano misses. Oh, it would have been a masterpiece if he would have actually scored. But we are moving into extra time, and the clock is ticking quickly. We should be seeing the full-time whistle in just a few seconds. Focus, guys. There's just seconds left. Don't allow them to create anything at all. And that's a full-time whistle. And this is kind of I have mixed up feelings with this one. Of course, I'm very disappointed with injuries. But it's also in a very weird situation where I mean, we are happy because we managed to turn things around. That's brilliant. We were behind and we managed to win in the end. But still, I mean, I can't be completely... I'm happy with the comeback. I need to tell them that just to keep their morale up. But there's definitely some certain aspects with this game that wasn't good enough. Not at all. I'm going to tell you, Westin, that personally, 6.3 rating... I'm not pleased with what I saw, and he agrees, beautiful, that's the reaction I was after. But this has been a really long episode, I already talked far too much. So, actually, we need to check out the injuries. So we're going to leave this one quickly, and now we need to pray to Football Manager RNG gods that these guys, we see, oh my god, I'm so nervous already. So we start with Calabria. 2 to 3 weeks, that's okay, we can handle it. And now... the big man, Afonso Sosa. 1 to 2 today, brilliance. Okay, we are okay. That's it for this episode. As always, thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode.